Hey, two friends. So today I'm gonna be unboxing something different because I'm gonna be building something different, and it is a car in 1/16 scale. I don't really, almost all the cars, actually all the cars I've been building in the last year have been 1/24th. So I've decided I'm gonna dip my toe in the water and build something of a larger scale because I mean, actually, that is something I prefer. I just haven't done it yet because I don't feel like my skills have been good enough to tackle something on a larger scale. So I started with something a little bit easier, and this is a Revell kit that's 1/16 scale of the Porsche 928. It is, I believe, probably an older kit. I believe this is a reboxing of an older kit because the Porsche 928 came out uh, in the late 70s, early 80s, and so I don't suppose that they're going to create a new model kit on a 40-year-old car. I could be wrong, but anyway, that's my belief. So here is what you see the box, and then the rear of the box. Yeah, the 928 is actually one of my favorite Porsches. It's completely underrated, and it was actually designed to replace the 911, but it never did because the 911 lived on, and the 928 came to become canceled. I mean, the front engine design, I mean, just never caught on with the Porsche purists who still believe that all 911s should be water cooled, flat flat six-cylinder engines. But anyway, I digress. So let's see what's in the box. And it's one of those annoying boxes that you can only open from one side, but whatever. All right, so the box is empty, so I'll put it aside. The instructions are indicative of the latest types of Revell kits. It's a booklet form, 13 pages, 13, actually 15 pages of instructions. And I'm going to scan this and put it on the video so you see exactly what you're getting into with the instructions. It's nice that it's in color. It makes it a lot easier to follow. I think recently Revell has really stepped up with their instructions. Again, it may be, it still might be an old kit, except they updated the instructions. So, all right, so let's look at the body. All right, so it is large. All right. Let me give you a size comparison. Okay, so I'm working on a Ferrari 238. I'm sorry, 250 GTO, and it is in 1/24 scale, and this is the size difference. Okay, so 1/24, 1/16. Yeah, it's quite substantial. The difference is quite substantial. So let me put this away before I damage it. And um, yeah, okay. Here's something I see already that annoys me. Okay, so basically, they molded the windshield wipers onto the body itself, so it's not separate. Which I don't know. It's kind of lame because almost all model kits now, the windshield wipers are separately molded, which again gives me this makes me believe that this kit is older. and then the mold lines are very deep on this vehicle. So that gives me an idea that the uh, the the mold for this vehicle is old, because you don't get that type of depth of mold line, except if the mold itself is pretty worn. A little bit of flash on the fender panels. So, but it's the panel lines for the doors, and obviously they're not opening. They're molded on doors, so they won't be opening and closing. They're pretty shallow. Same thing with the gas tank. They're shallow. So I'm gonna have to describe that out. All right, so here it is. Okay, this is kind of unusual. Okay, so basically it's a sprue, but they bent it and then they put it into like a single box. So this is the bonnet, the hood. The Porsche emblem is molded on, and this is the rear, and this is the front. These are the light buckets and side rear mirrors right here. Yeah, there's not a lot of details on the inside of the hood bonnet, and I believe this is for the what do you call it? The sunroof. Sunroof, yeah, that's the word. Okay, and this is the chassis. I believe that the 928 was a unibody design. I mean, there's just not a lot of detail here. You can see like it's just very rudimentary detailing for the chassis. So yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, this kit appears to, be like a 124 scale kit that's been blown up to 116 scale. I mean, that's just the best way I can describe it. There's nothing about this kit in terms of its scale unique in terms of its scale. The parts are not necessarily any more detailed. Yeah, and I mean, same here. This is the cockpit, and then I believe this is the instrument panel. So yeah, the details are not any better or more pronounced. It's just bigger. And then you have the dash. And by the way, I believe that the 928 was one of the first times that the Porsche dashes are configured this way, where there's actually a center console. Before that, the dashes only had this instrument panel, and then there's no console. So I believe the 928 was the first of its kind in Porsche history. So you have, engine parts. Again, it's the details. I mean, if you look carefully, they're a little bit muddled. I mean, they're not spectacular. Nothing that I would be impressed by. And you can see, but the windshield wiper in the back, it's just very not impressive. And so the steering wheel, and then you have like the fans and pulleys and whatnot, and then you have the radiator here. So this is the clear part. It's smoke clear. I'm not sure why. And then even the rear lenses are smoke clear. So they're not bad. I mean, they're not too thick, so they do have a clearness in them. So, and it looks like the side windows are going to be configured in an open way, so you can see inside the cockpit. I'll put this away. And by the way, this kit I believe is still readily available. I didn't really have to work too hard to get it. I think I bought this at my local hobby store. I saw it. So, and here are some chassis parts. These are the rims. There are no chrome parts that I can see. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to try to add some detail to the engine and maybe wiring and hoses and all that kind of stuff to give it a little bit, more detail. But so there you have it. So basically, like I said, this kit looks like it could be like a 124 scale kit, with the number of parts, and they just blew it up into 116 scale. So it shouldn't be really hard to tackle. I'm looking forward to building it just to build something bigger, I think, and just to maybe add more details to it. Oh, actually, I didn't show you the decals. Yeah, so these are decals for the seats, as you can see. The Porsche 928, was designed in the late 70s and the early 80s, and so you really have these types of weird, funky seat covers. So yeah, they have been reproduced, and it looks like they reproduced like the brakes here. These look like brakes, and then different license plates. Yeah, not bad. The decals, they gave you a fair amount of them. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to building this and see how it turns out. Hopefully everything goes together well, and stand by, and I'll make a video with the build. So thanks for watching, and if you like this type of video or you want to see more of these type of videos, please like and subscribe, and I will continue to produce this type of content for you. Thanks.